Beneath the expansive skies over Lagos Lagoon lies Makoko, a floating enclave where life thrives amidst water and resilience. To the untrained eye, it might seem like a rundown slum, but those who venture closer uncover a vibrant community defined by ingenuity and unwavering spirit. Wooden walkways weave through makeshift homes, while boats navigate the intricate waterways, serving as both transportation and lifelines for thousands who call Makoko home. Each day here is a testament to creativity and survival, as residents transform limited resources into thriving businesses and innovative solutions. The air buzzes with the sounds of laughter, trade, and the rhythmic splash of oars, creating a symphony of daily life that highlights the community's strength and solidarity. Stories of perseverance and collaboration echo through the narrow canals, revealing the true heart of Makoko, a place where challenges are met with resourcefulness and hope. As you immerse yourself in the lives of Makoko's people, you'll witness firsthand the remarkable balance they maintain in one of the world's most demanding urban environments. Share your thoughts below. How can we support and uplift communities like Makoko? Makoko, the floating slum of Lagos. Makoko is a densely populated slum situated along the Lagos Lagoon, just off the coast of Nigeria's sprawling metropolis. The area is often referred to as a floating slum because its residents live in homes built on stilts over the water. These homes are constructed from locally sourced materials such as wood, bamboo, and corrugated iron. The community is self-contained, with floating markets, schools, and even churches. The residents of Makoko have adapted to their environment in extraordinary ways, creating a unique culture that thrives amidst adversity. What sets Makoko apart? How does this often overlooked community persist and thrive where many might see insurmountable obstacles? These questions invite us to delve deeper into the history, daily life, and struggles of Makoko's inhabitants. Imagine living where the boundary between land and sea fades and every day requires creativity and cooperation. As you explore Makoko's story, consider this: what would it be like to grow up in such an environment? If you're curious about how the children of Makoko navigate and thrive in this unique setting, drop a yes below and we'll share their inspiring stories soon. The origins and history of Makoko. Makoko wasn't always the overcrowded slum it is today. It was founded in the late 19th century by people from the Igan ethnic group, originally from the Republic of Benin. The founders of the community sought refuge along the lagoon, away from the chaos of Lagos, and gradually began to build floating homes. As Lagos became a thriving port city and the population grew exponentially, Makoko developed into a settlement for people displaced by the rapid urbanization. In recent decades, the city of Lagos has seen an explosion in its population, with millions of people migrating to the city from rural Nigeria and neighboring countries in search of better opportunities. The city's rapid growth has led to a massive housing crisis, forcing many of these migrants into informal settlements like Makoko, where they have no choice but to make a living in ways that are both innovative and incredibly challenging. Over the years, Makoko has faced increasing pressure from both the government and developers. The government, in an attempt to modernize Lagos, has been trying to clear areas like Makoko to make way for upscale development. In 2012, the government issued a controversial order to evict thousands of residents from Makoko, resulting in widespread protests and clashes. Despite these efforts to remove the community, Makoko remains a symbol of resilience and survival. The life of Makoko's residents. So what is life like in Makoko? The residents of Makoko live in houses built on stilts, literally floating above the Lagos Lagoon. These houses are often made from salvaged materials such as wooden planks, tin sheets, and plastic. Living in such precarious conditions poses a number of challenges. Flooding is a constant threat during the rainy season, and many of the homes are poorly constructed, offering little protection from the elements. But despite these hardships, the people of Makoko have managed to build a thriving community. There are schools for children, albeit rudimentary ones. Floating markets are set up daily, where fish, produce, and household goods are sold. Small boats serve as taxis, transporting people across the lagoon, and even small businesses have sprung up in the area. The economy of Makoko is built around fishing, with the lagoon serving as a primary source of livelihood for many families. Residents catch fish using traditional methods passed down through generations, and some even craft their own boats. The lagoon is the lifeblood of Makoko, and the people's connection to it is strong. Women play a vital role in the economy too, often running small businesses such as selling fish, running bars, or providing other services to the community. One question that comes to mind is, how do these people manage to live in such a challenging environment, and what keeps them going despite the odds? The answer lies in their resilience and determination. Living in Makoko is not just about survival, it's about community, innovation, and a shared sense of purpose. Makoko's spirit of resilience. What stands out most about Makoko is the resilience of its people. Despite the hardships they face, the residents of Makoko are fiercely proud of their community. They take great pride in their homes and their way of life, and they are deeply committed to making the best of their situation. The sense of community here is palpable, with people working together to support one another. The spirit of resilience in Makoko is not just about surviving, it's about thriving under difficult circumstances. Residents constantly innovate to make the most out of their environment. For example, in a community where space is limited, people have learned to build floating structures and maximize the use of the land and water they have access to. Boats, which serve as both transportation and a source of livelihood, are ingeniously designed and crafted from locally sourced materials. The strength and creativity of the people in Makoko are truly remarkable. What does this teach us? Can the spirit of Makoko inspire other communities facing similar challenges around the world? Perhaps the lesson is that resilience is not about waiting for change, but about adapting to the circumstances you have and making the most of them. The struggles and challenges of Makoko. Makoko is not without its challenges. Life here is far from easy. The primary struggle faced by its residents is access to basic services such as clean water, healthcare, and sanitation. The lagoon itself is heavily polluted, and many of the residents use the same water for drinking, cooking, and washing. The health risks associated with this are enormous, with the community regularly facing outbreaks of diseases like cholera, typhoid, and malaria. In addition to health concerns, the community also struggles with inadequate infrastructure. Roads are few, and many areas are accessible only by boat. During the rainy season, the area is prone to flooding, and homes can be washed away if they are not built properly. Access to electricity is limited, and many families rely on generators or solar panels for power. But perhaps the most significant challenge is the threat of eviction. As mentioned earlier, the Lagos state government has been attempting to remove people from Makoko for years, citing environmental concerns and the need for urban development. Residents have repeatedly resisted these attempts, but the threat of eviction remains ever present. This raises an important question. How much longer will the people of Makoko be able to survive in their floating homes before they are forced to leave? Despite these challenges, the people of Makoko are resilient. They have found creative ways to overcome many of the obstacles they face. For instance, many houses are built on stilts that are designed to withstand flooding. Community leaders work together to advocate for their rights and to find solutions to problems such as waste management and sanitation. Some NGOs have stepped in to provide support, offering healthcare services, education, and infrastructure improvements. The future of Makoko, hope amidst the struggles. Despite the overwhelming challenges, there is hope for the future of Makoko. The international community has begun to take notice of the issues faced by the residents, and NGOs are stepping in to offer support. Efforts are underway to improve access to clean water and sanitation, and some organizations are working on building stronger, more sustainable homes for the community. However, much more needs to be done to ensure that the people of Makoko have access to the resources they need to thrive. The government of Lagos, while it has made efforts to address the housing crisis, must do more to support the communities that are at risk of being displaced. The development of cities like Lagos should not come at the cost of the people who live in these informal settlements. One thing is clear: the people of Makoko are not giving up. They are resilient, resourceful, and committed to building a better future for themselves and their children. And as long as this spirit of determination persists, there is hope that Makoko will continue to thrive in its own way. The global significance of Makoko's story. Makoko's story is not just one of survival within a floating slum, but a larger reflection of the global challenges that many informal settlements face today. Across the world, cities are experiencing rapid urbanization, with millions of people flocking to urban areas in search of better opportunities. But in the process, many people end up living in overcrowded, underdeveloped areas, often without the basic services they need to survive. The story of Makoko echoes similar struggles in slums around the world, from Kibera in Kenya to the favelas of Brazil. What Makoko offers us is not just a glimpse into the challenges of these communities, but a powerful message about the strength of human perseverance. As urbanization continues to spread across the globe, it's essential for the world to recognize the resilience of people living in such communities and to find sustainable solutions to support them. Makoko's lessons on innovation and survival. What we learn from Makoko goes far beyond the typical notions of hardship. In many ways, it's a masterclass in resilience and resourcefulness. As the world becomes increasingly urbanized, cities are faced with the challenge of accommodating growing populations, and not all urban development is done with the poorest in mind. However, communities like Makoko have created their own solutions in the face of these hardships, using what they have at their disposal to build a functional and surprisingly thriving society on the water. From the floating homes built from scrap materials to the floating markets where people buy and sell everything from fish to vegetables, there's a certain ingenuity that permeates every aspect of Makoko. The boats that serve as taxis, the carefully constructed walkways over the water, and even the small-scale businesses that line the lagoon's edge, all of this speaks to an adaptability that is crucial for survival in an environment as unpredictable as the waters of Lagos Lagoon. The environmental impact and sustainability efforts. While Makoko's residents are remarkably adept at utilizing their surroundings, the environment itself presents unique challenges. The pollution in Lagos Lagoon is a significant problem, and the water often becomes the dumping ground for waste, including plastic and industrial runoff. This not only affects the health of the residents, but also the sustainability of the community as a whole. How do you sustain a community when the environment that supports you is deteriorating? Thankfully, there are efforts underway to address these issues. NGOs and community leaders have been working on promoting cleaner practices, and environmental education has become a critical part of the fight to improve life in Makoko. Some initiatives have focused on using eco-friendly waste disposal techniques, while others aim to clean up the lagoon and preserve its natural resources. The resilience of Makoko isn't just about surviving in a challenging environment, it's about trying to make that environment livable and sustainable for future generations. The question remains, how can we apply these lessons in sustainability to other urban areas facing similar environmental crises? Makoko's example may offer a blueprint for low-cost, community-driven environmental initiatives in some of the world's poorest regions. What lies ahead for Makoko? As we look to the future, the fate of Makoko remains uncertain. As the city of Lagos continues to grow and develop, there are real concerns that informal settlements like Makoko will be displaced or gentrified. Yet, one thing is certain: the people of Makoko are not passive in the face of these threats. They've shown time and again that they are willing to fight for their homes and their way of life. One potential future for Makoko could involve a more sustainable approach to urbanization, rather than simply clearing slums for upscale development. A better solution might involve integrating communities like Makoko into the fabric of the city. By providing affordable housing, improving access to basic services, and investing in infrastructure, the government could help lift these communities out of poverty while preserving their way of life. The people of Makoko don't want handouts, they want opportunities. They want to be part of the growth of Lagos, but they want to do so on their own terms. They want access to clean water, better health services, education, and infrastructure that will allow them to thrive. And most importantly, they want to continue to live in a way that honors their history and culture. The future of Makoko depends on how the rest of the world, both locally and globally, responds to the challenges facing informal settlements. If we can learn to look past the labels of slum or shantytown and recognize the humanity, creativity, and resilience within these communities, then there is hope for a more inclusive and sustainable future. A lesser-known fact is that Makoko has a vibrant, community-based economy. While it may be perceived as a place of poverty, it's also a hub of resourcefulness. Fishing is a primary source of income, with families depending on the lagoon's rich aquatic life for sustenance. The lagoon isn't just a resource for food, it's central to the culture of the people living there, and many Makoko residents spend their days fishing, rowing boats, and trading. Additionally, Makoko is home to a unique school built on the water. The Makoko Floating School, designed to adapt to the changing tides, is a pioneering educational project aimed at providing local children with an education despite the area's environmental challenges. Though the school faced structural challenges and eventual collapse, it was a symbol of the resilience of Makoko's residents. Another surprising aspect of Makoko is its deep sense of community. Despite the harsh living conditions, residents often describe their neighborhood as a close-knit family. People support each other in ways that many outsiders may not understand. For example, it's common to see neighbors helping one another with building repairs, sharing food, or even raising each other's children. This spirit of solidarity is one of the things that keeps Makoko thriving, even in the face of challenges. The slum's informal nature also extends to its economy. Makoko has a bustling local market where everything from fresh fish to handmade crafts is sold. Small businesses operate in every nook and cranny, contributing to the local economy. However, the area is also facing increasing pressure from government development projects, which often overlook the community's needs. Despite the pressures of modernization, the people of Makoko continue to build their lives, proving that resilience and hope can thrive even in the most difficult circumstances. Conclusion: the strength of Makoko's community. As we wrap up this travel documentary, we are left with a profound appreciation for the people of Makoko. Despite the many challenges they face, they continue to build, create, and support each other. Their lives are a testament to the strength of human resilience, and their story is one that should inspire us all. The story of Makoko is not just about poverty, it's about survival. It's about how communities, when given the chance, can create their own solutions despite the harshest of circumstances. It's about the power of innovation, the strength of solidarity, and the courage to fight for a better life. Makoko may be a floating slum, but it is also a symbol of determination, a reminder that even in the most difficult situations, hope and creativity can flourish. As we leave this unique community, we hope that this documentary has opened your eyes to the struggles and triumphs of the people of Makoko. How do you think the world can help support communities like this? What can we learn from their ability to survive, adapt, and build their futures against all odds? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more stories of resilience from around the world. We're committed to bringing you more insightful and powerful documentaries. Your support helps us keep telling these important stories. What's your takeaway from Makoko? Leave a comment below. And stay tuned, because there are many more inspiring communities and untold stories to come in our Travel documentary channel. Until next time, keep exploring the world with us.